guys ready to be disappointed? Go ahead and watch this movie again. And hey, if you want to reach maximum depression, watch this film directly after you finish rewatching Casino Royale. Oh, the missed opportunity here. Everybody, my name is Zack. I love talking cinema and all things entertainment, and I really do appreciate you guys clicking on the thumbnail, and I really hope you enjoy your stay, because oh boy are we in for a bumpy ride. Today's topic is Quantum of Solace. We are of course continuing our journey to No Time to Die by looking at every preceding James Bond 007 movie starring Daniel Craig, and we knew it was going to reach this point, huh? Martin Campbell chose not to return for Quantum of Solace, and it's instead directed by Marc Forster, a guy who brought you a little movie called Finding Neverland, which I clearly adore. And following the death of Vesper Lynd, Bond makes his next mission personal. The hunt for those who blackmailed his lover leads him to ruthless businessman Dominic Green, a key player in the organization which coerced Vesper. And Bond learns that Green is plotting to gain total control of a vital natural resource, and he must navigate a minefield of danger and treachery in order to foil his plan. So yes, this is in fact a direct sequel to Casino Royale. Certainly a lot to live up to, seeing as how Casino Royale is one of the best action movies ever made. So, you know, no pressure. But unfortunately, Quantum of Solace does not live up to the hype, and it turns out that this is one of the most disappointing action films in recent history, because it was just bogged down by so many things that were out of its control. God, there were so many things they really dropped the ball with on this, and listen, I realize that there are people who enjoy Quantum of Solace, and that's totally fine, but I gotta admit, this movie really still frustrates me on a multitude of levels. The sole bright spot of this movie is Daniel Craig himself. He is once again phenomenal as Bond. He's very charming as always. He exudes charisma every single frame he's in, and he's great in what I could see from the action sequences. And that really says it all, doesn't it? What I could see from the action. Which leads me into the most glaring problem with Quantum of Solace. This may be some of the ugliest and most garish editing I've ever seen on the big screen. Especially for an action film. And I feel like that there were so many action films that came out around 2008 that felt like they had to follow the same formula. This explicit editing formula, that is. And this 007 movie, unfortunately, falls into that trap. And it sucks because it looks like there's a good amount going into these stunts and these combat sequences. But there are so many quick jump cuts. This editing honestly would make any World Wrestling Entertainment production look like the Citizen Kane of action movies. Seriously, these cuts are so fast that you will either be unsure exactly what happened, or if you find out what does happen, you will be completely oblivious to how it happened. And it's so frustrating to see this in a big budget action film like this, especially after a project as revered as Casino Royale was, with its wide shots and its immaculate cinematography and direction from Martin Campbell. And that's another thing that I want to get into, is this direction. Marc Forster, I'm sure, is a super nice human being, and I'm sure he's super down to earth, and he is a supremely talented director. Obviously, he directed Finding Neverland. I love that film. There's a reason why it was nominated for so many Oscars back in 2003. But Forster was the absolute wrong director to helm this project. Apparently, he did not get into James Bond until Casino Royale itself, which is fine. I'm admittedly more of a casual Bond fan in my own right, and in retrospect, this movie being made by an outsider to the 007 lore, giving us his interpretation of what James Bond truly is, that's a pretty intriguing idea on paper. But the execution in every facet, aside from Craig's performance, I don't know what other word to use other than clumsy. Speaking of clumsy, this script, guys, dear lord, this script. It must have been rewritten I don't know how many times on set by Craig and Forster themselves, but it just felt like they were improvising way too much. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with improvising, but there's a certain shelf life on that for certain projects. And the story turns out pretty nonsensical when looking back at not just the movie by itself, but egregiously, it kind of makes certain things in Casino Royale not add up to what happens here. Now, for example, if Vesper Lynd, played by Eva Green, truly meant something something to Bond, as portrayed through their excellent chemistry in Casino Royale. This mission Bond is on in Quantum of Solace would be much more powerful to him, and in turn, it should be more meaningful to the audience member, more meaningful perhaps than any other mission Bond has ever done in the build-up to this. You never feel any stakes throughout this mission in Quantum of Solace. Not at a single point throughout this hour 46-minute runtime, which, by the way, very short for a Bond film. And for a story as personal as this one is, you would expect it to be dark, which, give the movie credit where it's due, it tries to go super dark with things. But the key difference between this and, say, Casino Royale could be dark, but the movie does not take away the essence of what James Bond truly is to a lot of people. And that's fun. You will not have fun watching Quantum of Solace, ever. Every story element feels like it's just leading up to an obligatory fight scene, most of which aren't even all that entertaining to begin with. The opening car chase feels right out of a Fast and Furious movie. The rooftop chase does not hold a candle to Casino Royale's parkour chase, and it's all just very meh. Now, speaking of meh, there are a couple of formulaic Bond ingredients here that turn out very bland. Another Day to Die by Alicia Keys is not my favorite Bond song by any stretch of the imagination whatsoever. On that note, the opening title sequence is very drab compared to the colorful opening of Casino Royale. And above all else, guys, I gotta talk about Dominic Green. As much as I can stretch him out, because this villain, I'm not even joking you, this might be the most boring and forgettable out of every single Bond villain out there. Going into this rewatch, I didn't remember a single thing about this guy, and he turns out he's just a slimy businessman who runs a shipyard. I mean, for God's sakes, at least put some scarring on his face or give him a cat to stroke. Guys, he clearly gets none of that. And all things considered, guys, I really don't know what the hell happened with Quantum of Solace. This honestly just feels like a movie that exists for the sake of satisfying MGM's contract, which, thinking about it, would not surprise me if it turned out to be true. I'm gonna give Quantum of Solace a C-. Big yikes on this one as far as I'm concerned. In case you couldn't tell, this is easily the weakest out of the 4 Daniel Craig 007 movies we've gotten up to this point. Please, I'm hoping No Time to Die is better than this. But in all seriousness, I really do think Quantum of Solace could have been a great sequel if they only just waited a year and had a few more actual legit rewrites of this script. Because instead of a fast-paced and exciting action thriller, we are gifted with a movie that seems very mediocre, it's very clumsily edited, and all put together, it just feels extremely rushed. But of course, this is all just one guy's opinion. What do you guys think of Quantum of Solace? Do you guys also think it's the weakest Bond film out there? Do you not think it's the weakest somehow? Regardless, I'm curious, which James Bond film is your least favorite? It doesn't have to be just attached to Daniel Craig. Make some noise down in the comments section below, and let's go ahead and have a further fun discussion with you guys. I always love making this content and starting the discussion with you guys. So if topics in cinema and all things entertainment sound appealing to you, then do consider hitting that subscribe button down below as hard as you possibly can. It would be really beneficial in helping me get this content out there to new viewers, and it's also completely free to you guys. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers over here on my channel. I cannot thank you guys enough for the support, but let's see if we can get there by the end of the year. I think we can do it. You know what else would really help the channel is if you hit that thumbs up on your way out. That would be tremendous, guys. And as per usual, look out for more exciting content hitting this channel very soon. Look out for my review of *Malignant*, which I just posted last weekend. And stay tuned for my next installment in the Daniel Craig James Bond playlist, Skyfall! Finally! Thank you for saving this franchise, Sam Mendes. But I can't wait to talk about all that goodness with you guys. And I will be starting to release my Halloween series throughout the month of October. It's coming up very quick, and I've gotten so many amazing requests from you guys. Thank you so much. I do think I have a solid list of 12 reviews that you guys can expect throughout the month of October, to go along with, of course, all of the new releases that are coming out in theaters and whatnot. But obviously, you guys have a lot of exciting content to look forward to over here and much more. I am super excited to bring that all to you guys, because you guys are the best, and I really do appreciate your guys' support. With all that being said, back talk, commence!